Hello and welcome back to our channel where we explore the most intriguing topics from around the world. In today's video, we will delve into the complexities of globalization and its evolution throughout history. Globalization has been a hot topic for decades and its impact on the world is undeniable. But, what exactly is globalization and how has it affected the world in the past and present? Let's find out. Definition of globalization. Before we dive into the complexities of globalization, let's start with the basics. Globalization is the process of interconnectedness between countries, societies, and people across the world. This process is driven by advancements in technology, communication, and transportation, which have made it easier for people to communicate and do business with each other, regardless of geographical barriers. 2. The origins of globalization. While globalization is often associated with the modern world, it actually has roots in the past. In fact, the ancient world saw globalization in the form of trade routes that spanned the continents. The Silk Road, for example, was a network of trade routes that connected Asia, Europe, and Africa. These trade routes not only allowed for the exchange of goods but also facilitated the spread of ideas and culture. 3. The rise of globalization in the modern era. The rise of globalization in the modern era was a complex and multifaceted process that involved various economic, political, and social factors. One of the main drivers of globalization was the Industrial Revolution, which started in the 18th century in Britain and spread throughout Europe and North America. This period saw the mass production of goods, which led to increased trade and economic growth. The development of new transportation technologies, such as steamships and railroads, also played a significant role in the rise of globalization. These technologies allowed goods to be transported faster and more efficiently, which made trade between countries easier and more cost-effective. Another important factor in the rise of globalization was the development of communication technologies. The invention of the telegraph in the 19th century, followed by the telephone and later the Internet, revolutionized the way people communicate and do business with each other. These technologies made it possible for people to communicate in real time across long distances, which facilitated international trade and commerce. In addition to economic factors, political and social factors also contributed to the rise of globalization in the modern era. The expansion of colonial empires in the 19th century created a global network of trade and commerce, which further facilitated the flow of goods and people across borders. The growth of international organizations, such as the United Nations and the World Trade Organization, also played a significant role in promoting globalization and facilitating international trade and cooperation. The rise of globalization in the modern era also had a significant impact on the global economy. The increased competition and access to markets led to increased efficiency and productivity, which contributed to economic growth and development. However, it also created challenges, such as job losses in some countries and a widening income gap between developed and developing countries. Overall, the rise of globalization in the modern era was a complex and multifaceted process that involved various economic, political, and social factors. While it has brought many benefits, it has also created challenges that need to be addressed to create a more sustainable and equitable global economy. 4. The impact of globalization. The impact of globalization has been both positive and negative, affecting different countries and sectors of the economy in different ways. Here are some of the key impacts of globalization. Economic growth. One of the primary benefits of globalization has been the growth of the global economy. The increased flow of goods, services, and capital between countries has created new opportunities for businesses to expand and innovate. This has resulted in increased economic growth and development in many countries. Increased trade. Globalization has also led to increased trade between countries. This has allowed businesses to access new markets and consumers to access a wider range of products at lower prices. However, increased competition has also led to job losses in some industries, particularly in developed countries. Cultural homogenization. Globalization has also led to the spread of popular culture and consumerism around the world, which has led to the homogenization of cultures. This has resulted in the loss of traditional cultures and the spread of Western values and lifestyles. Environmental impact. The increased trade and economic growth brought about by globalization have also had a negative impact on the environment. The increased consumption of resources and energy has led to pollution, deforestation, and climate change, which have significant social and economic consequences. Income inequality. Globalization has also contributed to income inequality, particularly between developed and developing countries. The concentration of economic power in the hands of a few large corporations has led to the exploitation of workers in developing countries, who often work long hours for low wages in unsafe conditions. Migration. The increased flow of goods, capital, and people has also led to increased migration between countries. While migration can provide economic opportunities for individuals and families, it can also create social and economic challenges, particularly in countries with limited resources. The future of globalization. As we look to the future, it is clear that globalization will continue to shape the world. The rise of emerging markets, such as China and India, is set to change the global economic landscape. Technological advancements, such as artificial intelligence and automation, will also have a significant impact on the workforce and the way we do business. In conclusion, globalization is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon that has shaped the world in many ways. It has brought many benefits but also created challenges that need to be addressed. As we look to the future, it is important to understand the complexities of globalization and work towards creating a more sustainable and equitable global economy. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on global issues.